This video just might change your dating life. Okay, I admit that sounds a little dramatic. Now, I could start this video by saying something profound about scent memory, chemistry, and the psychology of attraction. But let's be honest, you guys just care about which fragrances are going to make you smell sexy. So we're just going to get right into it. Alright, so one of my favorite notes in perfumery is vanilla. And throughout my experience, fragrances that I've noticed women say are sexy to them always contain the note of vanilla. So in the world of fragrances, there's this term, gourmand, which is a French word that literally means glutton, or to eat, or lover of food, because these scent categories smell delicious, warm, sweet, and inviting. And this is absolutely what makes this fragrance category sexy. Now, all that introduction brings me to my thesis for this video, which is that the combination of vanilla and tonka bean is irresistible to women. Now, let me explain. There's something about the warm, creamy sweetness of vanilla mixed with the nutty, smoky depth of tonka bean that is somewhat familiar, comforting, inviting, and safe. And on top of that, you also smell delicious and edible. And so these combination of notes just create a very seductive scent profile. And so today I'm bringing you 5 seductive, sexy fragrances that master this combo of vanilla and tonka bean and actually exude sexiness. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So I'm going to be ranking these in order. And remember, this is my list, my opinion. Please do not take offense. And if you do, I'm sorry about that. We can talk about it in the comments. Starting out at number 5, we have Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. Now, Tobacco Vanille opens up with spices and tobacco. Then you get the vanilla, the tonka bean, and then the woods at the base. So it makes for a warm, spicy, sweet vanilla, somewhat fruity but woody fragrance that just exudes mature, confident gentleman. And the vanilla that you're getting from this is like a pure, fresh, sexy vanilla. And the combination of tonka bean and the tobacco makes for that smoky depth that gives it the extra sexy nature that we're looking for in these fragrances. Tobacco Vanille sort of gives me the vibes that you get from an exclusive cigar lounge, a slight hint of dessert. It definitely is a powerhouse that wears well on a mature, confident gentleman. Not for boys, for men. Tobacco Vanille, Tom Ford. At number 4, we have Althair from the house of Parfum de Male. So with Althair, right away you get that cinnamon, orange blossom, and cardamom. And then you get the vanilla and tonka bean with some almond, musk, woods, and ambroxan. If you don't know what ambroxan is used as a binder and a projector. So this one's performance is pretty good. It projects outwards and it leaves a wake behind you as you walk. Althair is absolute gourmand excellent. Vanilla, cinnamon, tonka bean done right. With that orange blossom and cardamom, It's sophisticated, warm, and quietly seductive. The hype on this is real, guys. The only downside I would say is the price tag. And there you have it. Parfums de Male, Althair. At number 3, we have Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. Noir Extreme Parfum is sort of a leathery, vanilla, sweet, spicy type of fragrance that is also aromatic and animalic. And it has some notes that create this amber accord that make the combination of the entire fragrance irresistible and sexy. And that combination of vanilla and tonka bean with the presence of leather and notes that give you this animalic accord make this an absolute sexy date night winner. This just screams to me black tie sexy date night events. And that's Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. All right, coming in at number 2, we have Naxos by Xerjoff. Now, Naxos opens up with citrus and lavender before you get into the main heart, which is vanilla, honey, tonka bean, tobacco. Yeah, Naxos is just seductive and regal, you know? I'm going to have to spray some of this. I love the way this smells. Oh. So right at the top, you're getting that citrus and lavender, and then you get the honeyed tobacco, which makes for a very smoky, inviting, but mysterious and sexy fragrance. So well done, so well blended, so sexy and gourmand. Yeah, the heart of this fragrance is actually honey and tobacco. It's not until later on in the dry down that you fully get that vanilla and tonka bean. Again, very well done, very well blended, makes for a smoky, sexy, mysterious type fragrance. Perfect for date night, 10 out of 10 for me. The only reason this is not number 1 is because number 1 is my actual favorite. Naxos by Xerjoff. Alright, at number 1 we have my absolute favorite, Male Elixir by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Now this fragrance is a 10 out of 10 for me. It's my absolute favorite gourmand fragrance. So I've told this story before, but there was a period in my life where 90% of my wears were Jean-Paul Gaultier. So initially, started out with the original Le Male, then Ultra Male, then Le Male Le Parfum, and then finally Le Male Elixir. I absolutely adore this fragrance. The perfumer or the nose behind this is Quentin Biche. And those of you that know him know that he's an absolute genius. He's worked with houses like Amouage, Carolina Herrera, Azzaro, Gucci, and is known for creating very, very well blended gourmand fragrances. So Le Male Elixir opens up with lavender and mint, and this invites you in just long enough for you to get to the heart of the tobacco, honey, vanilla, and tonka bean. This is such a sexy, edible, warm, inviting fragrance. Once again, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Male Elixir. Okay, that concludes this video. 5 sexy, seductive, gourmand date night fragrances that feature the notes of vanilla and tonka bean. And I hope I sort of proved my thesis. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it does a lot for me. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Oos.